Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling a pretty big decision, one that really shapes your future, right? Choosing where to go for engineering. We've got a whole stack of sources here, articles, notes, you name it, all focused on one place. And our mission, well, it's to pull out the absolute key nuggets you need.
Exactly. We're diving deep into KL University, Kanuru Lakshmaya Education Foundation, down near Vijayawada in Andhra Pradesh.
All right.
And the idea is to give you a real shortcut so you're properly informed about this option.
Yeah, totally. Whether you're prepping for a meeting or maybe just curious about your engineering choices, we're going to hit the big things. Cutoffs, courses, placements, definitely the fees, and yeah, scholarship options too, cutting through all the noise to get to what actually matters for you.
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's unpack KL University. What's its core identity? Our sources paint a picture, right? It's a UGC Category 1 deemed to be university.
Which is important.
Yeah, and apparently it's become really sought after, one of the top private choices in the Telugu states.
Definitely seen that reputation grow.
And it's got this A++ accreditation from NAAC. That's the best you can get, isn't it?
It is. Top marks.
Signifying excellence in, well, everything, academics, infrastructure, how students do. And the campus itself, it sounds pretty nice. Over 100 acres, Vadaswaram, near the Krishna River. They say beautiful, modern.
Yeah, the location sounds quite scenic.
So for someone thinking of applying, what does that combo UGC Category 1 and A++ NAAC, what does that actually mean for them? The real takeaway.
Well, what's genuinely fascinating there is the weight those things carry. Being UGC Category 1, that means they have quite a bit of academic autonomy.
Okay, freedom.
Yeah, think of it like a stamp of quality, of trust
Yeah.
from the University Grants Commission. They can innovate more with courses, exams, that sort of thing.
Right.
And the A++ from NAAC, that's not just a sticker.
Yeah.
It means they've been through a super tough evaluation, and they aced it. Teaching, research, the buildings, labs, how they support students. So for you, the student, it basically translates to a promise of quality and a strong reputation for the degree you're investing all that time and money in. It's a really powerful signal, actually.
Got it. So building on that strong foundation, what about the actual courses? What paths can you take there?
Right.
KL offers, well, a whole range of BTech programs. We're talking the big ones. Computer science, electronics and communication, mechanical, civil, the usual suspect.
Core branches, yeah.
But they're also looking ahead, right? They've got AI and data science, cybersecurity, Internet of Things, these, tech-focused fields.
Definitely keeping up with industry trends.
So it seems like whether you want traditional engineering or something more cutting edge, they probably have an option.
Looks that way.
Now, getting in. 3 main routes, the sources say. AP EAMCET, that's for Andhra Pradesh students.
Right, the state exam.
Then JEE Main for national applicants, and KAE, which is KL University's own test.
Their own entrance exam, yeah.
So having these different doors, does that actually help students? Or does it just, complicate things?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
It might seem a bit complex, but having multiple pathways is actually, I think it's a strategic advantage for the student mostly.
How so?
Well, if you're from Andhra Pradesh, AP EAMCET is, familiar territory. Makes sense.
Sure.
JEE Main lets them tap into talent from all over India, people who take that national exam.
Right, wider pool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then their own test, KLAE, it gives another shot to people. Maybe you didn't do your best on the other tests, or you just prefer applying directly.
Okay, yeah.
This flexibility means they can potentially find great students from different backgrounds, different strengths. It probably leads to a more diverse intake rather than spreading things thin.
All right, makes sense. Let's get to the numbers then. Cutoffs, fees, and, scholarships. This is where it gets really interesting for a lot of people.
The practical side.
So for AP EAMCET applicants general category, our sources give some safe target ranks. For computer science, CSE, you need to be under 200.
Wow, okay. That's tough.
Yeah, highly competitive. For ECE, electronics and communication, it's under 1,000. Mechanical, under 3,000. And civil, under 7,000.
So clearly CSE is the one everyone's gunning for.
Absolutely. Now, fees. BTech is around 2.5 to 2.75 lakhs per year.
Okay, standard range for a good private uni.
But, and this is the good news, KL seems pretty generous with scholarships. You can get up to a 100% fee waiver just based on your AP EAMCet rank.
100%. That's huge.
Right. So you've got this super competitive CSE branch, but also this chance for massive scholarships. What does that tell us? What's the strategy there?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture,
I mean, just think about it.
you could potentially go to a top private university, maybe even study something like computer science, basically for free.
Just by nailing the state exam.
Exactly. That completely changes the game, doesn't it? Especially for really bright students who might worry about the cost of private education.
Yeah, definitely opens doors.
So the university is clearly using these scholarships to pull in the top talent, especially for those really popular programs like CSE. It's smart. Good for them. Great for the high-achieving students.
Okay, so beyond the academics and the money side, what's it actually like being there? The student experience and obviously the career prospects. Placements.
Right, the whole package.
KL's known for strong placements, apparently, particularly CSE and ECE, as you'd expect. They list top recruiters, TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Deloitte, Capgemini. Even Amazon shows up.
Those are big names, serious players.
And the packages. Highest reported is up to 19 LPA. The average for CSE and ECE is around 5 to 6 LPA, which, sounds pretty decent for a private university average.
Yeah, that's quite solid, especially the average. Shows depth.
And campus life isn't just studying, right? They talk about smart classrooms, good labs, these things called innovation centers.
Ooh, interesting.
Plus hostels, food courts, indoor sports, and lots of student activity. Clubs, tech fests, cultural events, hackathons, workshops. Sounds busy.
Definitely sounds vibrant.
So how does all that stuff, the campus vibe, those innovation centers, how does that connect back to getting those good placements you mentioned?
Well, it connects pretty directly, actually. It's clear how that whole environment, especially things like the innovations.
But more than that, those innovations.
Rank is, say,
That seems like a key threshold.
you get modern facilities, good job prospects, and crucially, those scholarship options that could make a massive difference financially.
Don't forget those, yeah.
And just to reiterate, if computer science is your dream, aim for under 200 in EAMCET. That gives you the best shot.
Definitely the number to keep in mind for CSE hopefuls.
So that brings us to our final thought.
Okay.
Given this mix we've discussed, the strong academics, the different courses, the good career paths, what specific bits of a university's vibe, the culture, the environment, do you think actually help a student succeed long-term?